my name is Dan. Is English good with everybody? English? I got my translator here. If it's not, he'll be translating into Spanish.
All
right. Well, thank you. My name is Dan. This is Steven. You guys have already met Terry. We're with Piaggio Group Americas, and we travel around doing demos at dealerships. Who just went out with us? Okay, so a few of you guys. Thank you for joining us again. For those who are just joining us, who's never ridden in an Aprilia before? Awesome. That's what I like to see. Otherwise, I just preach to the choir all the time. So I hope you guys get a chance to experience what it is to ride an Aprilia. I know we got some Moto Guzzi's going out. Who's on the Moto Guzzi's? Anybody? Nice. What are you riding?
My actual bike, the one I'm trying.
Or the one you're testing?
Well, I wanted to ride the V100, but they don't have the registration for it, so I'm going to
the Stelvio.
Same engine, same frame.
Well, hopefully you'll get to see what makes Moto Guzzi unique. It's great. It is very crowded, as you guys probably already know. I don't need to tell you guys. I was just talking to a couple of guys that I'm from SoCal in the LA area, and we don't have anything on you guys for some of this traffic. It gets pretty bad really quick. So one of the hardest things that we're going to do on this ride is pull out of here and get to the highway, because the short durations for the signals, all the stop signs. So we're gonna try and have 3 of us out there if we have enough bikes. We do have enough bikes? Okay, good. So we all know where we're going, so do not panic and run through a red light trying to keep up with the other group. One of us will come up front, we'll get back together as a group, and then we'll continue on. The first half of this is gonna be getting out to the highway and then riding down the highway. Once we get off, I think the traffic is probably gonna start building there as well, but once we get through that, there's some nice country roads that we can ride on. I did see a sweet looking little old lady give us the evil eye when 15 of us came by her house. Some of us were revving our engines. I'm not gonna say who, but there was some loud revving as we were going by her, and I wouldn't be surprised if she made a phone call. So please, when we're in the neighborhoods, not the time to hear. The RSV4 is a fantastic sounding bike, maybe the best sounding bike there is, but not in someone's neighborhood. There's going to be plenty of time for you guys to do that where it's more rural. Gonna have to put my foot down because I saw some stuff on this last ride that's unacceptable. So as I said before, no wheelies, no stoppies, no slingshotting. But I saw a lot of this stuff going on. Right, and a lot of this kind of stuff going on. In a group riding situation, that could be a recipe for disaster. I've been asking people to ride staggered formation, which everyone has been really good at. Matter of fact, I think you guys might be the best at riding in staggered formation than any of these I've ever done in like 20 years. I get this kind of stuff going over. Yeah. For me, it's wonderful to see. You guys automatically just kind of get into that stagger formation and you give each other plenty of room. That's a good thing, because if that guy in front of you decides to start doing this and you're up here, he's gonna take you out, all right? The other thing, slingshotting, rubber banding, giving the RSV4 a nice pull. Everybody wants to do it. Trust me, I like doing it. But the problem is, when you have a group in front of you doing, and I'm gonna do my best not to be too American right now, doing like 90 kilometers an hour, right? You got someone who drops way back and now they're doing 140 kilometers an hour to feel what that pull's like. Now they're slamming on the brakes, and you got people looking in mirrors going, is this guy gonna slam into the back of me? Then you got someone who got, put back another couple hundred meters. See, I'm working on it. I was gonna say yards, but okay. So, and then he's got that extra thing, and he's doing 160 kilometers an hour, coming up on someone that's slamming on the brakes. Bad idea. So please, if you're gonna do some pulls, I'm okay with that as long as you guys are safe, all right? Because we can't do these programs if customers start wadding each other up. So we have to rely on you guys to use common sense and your best judgment when you're in a riding situation like this. We are going on public roads, so all laws do apply. Diego's been fantastic. Where's Diego? There he is. Who's never been to this dealership? Also, have all of you guys been here before?
Not me.
Awesome, welcome. As I've said a million times, you can ask these guys, I don't say this very often. This is one of my favorite dealerships I've been to because this is my kind of shop. The old school, passionate people. This is my favorite bike to ride at all the tracks we go to. This is the #1 dealer for these bikes, the Trofeos in North America. So that should tell you something about the passion that exists here. So you guys are very fortunate to have a dealer like this. With that, Steven, you have anything you want to add?
Maybe just before we take off, everyone can like hop on their bikes before you turn it on, because otherwise when people hop on, they turn on the bikes, they're starting to get warmer while they wait for other people to put on their helmets and gloves and so on. So yeah, just everybody can get ready together. That would make the most sense so that no one's overheating.
Also, the bikes, we have different maps on the bikes. We have a race and we have a street map. We don't have them in race for a lot of reasons. First, you're never going to know the difference in all of that stuff. Second, it just adds a little bit more safety. It increases the electronic intervention for ABS, wheelie control, all that stuff. So please, we have them set in the most appropriate one. It should be on the RS-V4, Tuono V4s, that should be sport mode. The RS660 and the 660 Tuono should be in dynamic mode. Sport mode on the 457s, and explore mode on the Touareg. We'll go by, check them out, make sure they're in the right ones, because you don't want to be in commute mode. You'd be like, why is this RS-V4 not feeling it, you know? Because you have half the horsepower. So we'll make sure they're on the right ones. So if you accidentally change it, we'll show you how to mess with that. But we don't want you guys focused on that as much as you are on the ride. All right? When you guys get back, very knowledgeable staff here that can answer all of your questions. Feel free to ask any of us once we get back. All right? Everyone know what bike they're on?
Yes, I'm going to assign them.
Okay, so follow Terry.
Bon, ben me voilà, s'ils sont à tonneau, on va la démarrer. Il n'y a pas d'essence. Pourquoi elle ne démarre pas? Wow, rien que le bruit ça fait peur. Il y a du frein. Je vous cache pas que la moto m'impressionne énormément. J'ai pas du tout l'habitude de cette position de conduite non plus. La dernière fois que j'ai conduit une moto de vitesse, c'était au début des années 90. C'est la moto d'un ami, il me l'a prêté de temps en temps, Mathieu. Et c'était une 750 GSX-R Suzuki. Et à l'époque en France, toutes les motos étaient bridées à 100 chevaux maximum. Donc ça n'a rien à voir avec ce monstre là. J'ai le cœur qui bat un peu vite, hein. on sent la puissance là. C'est hallucinant. Waouh! C'est violent! Dès le début, on va essayer de se familiariser un petit peu avec la machine, les freins et tout, parce que ça n'a rien à voir avec mon Himalayan. Les freins sont super violents donc aussi. Et puis je suis pas du tout habitué à cette position de conduite non plus. Sur un trail on est droit, là on est assez couché. Merde, elle est en mode sport. Je lui avais demandé de la mettre en mode grand-père là, mais elle est restée en mode sport. bon, il y a pas mal de trafic. Hein. Oh merde. Comment
Button down, red button down with the clutch in, red button, red.
Bon, je savais pas comment la démarrer. C'est le bouton rouge sur celle-là. Sur la mienne, c'est le bouton qui est en dessous. Bon, je me suis trompé de chemin apparemment. Bon, à cause de moi, on a perdu le groupe. Ah. De la gravelle. Est-ce que ça passe sur la gravelle ce truc? Comme un charme. Putain, on touche à peine la poignée, ça part. Et ça part pas doucement. Hein. Bon, on est quand même sur des routes à 50 km/h. Hein. On est pogné derrière une voiture. On conduit pas si mal. Hein. Faut faire attention à la poignée de gaz. Hein. Faut pas tousser. Sinon tu risques de partir. 42 km/h, on n'est même pas à 50. Il y a trop de trafic. Ça se conduit pas si pire, mais c'est super tentant, quoi. Ah, j'ai des crampes dans les mains à force d'être crispé sur le guidon là. Bon, ben j'ai l'impression qu'on arrive à la fin du tour là. On arrive au magasin. Bon, bah, j'aurais fait 500 mètres de plus que les autres parce que je me suis trompé de chemin. Elle va caler. Bon bah c'était bien fun, j'ai bien aimé. Bon c'est juste une très légère prise en main parce que pour piloter une moto comme ça, faut déjà bien la connaître, sinon c'est très dangereux. Donc c'est pas en faisant 20 minutes comme ça qu'on peut vraiment s'amuser avec. Je sais pas pourquoi ils avaient peur du trafic, là il n'y a rien d'exceptionnel. Voilà, on est arrivé. Je suis pas tombé. À moins que je tombe en arrivant là. Et voilà la fin de la balade. À bientôt les amis. La prochaine fois, je pense essayer une BMW. On va voir. Allez, bye bye Tono. Bon, maintenant j'arrive plus à conduire ma moto. J'ai l'impression que je suis trop droit. Et j'ai l'impression que ça avance pas et que ça freine pas. C'est weird, hein. Ça va me falloir un ou 2 kilomètres. Waouh. J'ai l'impression qu'elle est toute molle. Merde, fallait que je tourne en plus. Bon, on va pas griller le stop devant la police. J'ai vraiment l'impression que ma moto est toute molle. Sacrée différence. Voilà, bah écoutez, si vous avez aimé, n'hésitez pas à appuyer sur le petit pouce bleu là. Les motards partout. Et puis n'hésitez pas à vous abonner aussi, c'est gratuit. Si vous voulez être tenu au courant de mes nouvelles vidéos. Voilà, je vous dis à très bientôt. Et merci d'avoir regardé. Bye.